so people can hear it. Okay, I screwed up and realized I did not have the sound going to the Twitch thing, so I fucked that up.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we can go back and restart that. We lost a couple minutes. Hi, I'm Michael Matthews. I am the person who wrote this and this wonderful group of people who gave me an excuse by agreeing to do this for me to get some writing finished. This is Shattered Gods, and if we once again want to introduce ourselves so that people can hear you. Rachel, you're muted. Janine, you're muted.
Hi, I'm Janine. I'm playing Rachel, and I'm based out of New York City.
I am Mark. I'll be playing John, and I am in Seattle, Washington.
I'm Chris. I'll be playing Ben, and I'm based in Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Wesley Bennett. I'll be reading for Carl, and I'm in Rancho, Illinois.
I'm Kimmy Schofield. I'll be reading for Dina, and I'm in Champaign, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Theo Germain. I'm reading for Kevin, and I'm based in Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, I'm Jace Jameson. I'll be reading Adam, therapist, and our newscaster, and I'm in Thomasboro, Illinois.
Okay. Shattered Gods, Scene 1. Slide projected, May 12th, 2016. Open on a well-furnished apartment. A balcony overlooks the city, and we can tell by the backdrop that we're quite high up in New York City. We can't see the entirety of the balcony from in here as it stretches out of sight behind the set. There's a welcome mat in front of the door to the balcony, as if someone might come in with dirty feet. There's also a coat rack next to it, currently empty. Stage right to the entrance to the apartment. There's a coat rack, place for shoes, etc. There's several shoes there, a few of which are quite small and belong to the same young child. We can see a kitchen up stage left. In front and center is a large couch. Chairs are set up throughout the apartment. There's an island that separates the kitchen from the living room. A television is downstage facing away from the audience. We hear a deep rumble from somewhere outside, followed closely after by the sound of a deep, inhuman scream. Wherever it comes from must be Godzilla-sized. There's an inhuman scream followed by a distant but loud crashing sound. The door opens to the apartment and John rushes in, panicked. He rushes to the balcony and looks outside, craning his neck to see around the building. We hear another crash in the distance. John rushes in and grabs the remote from the island. He turns on the TV and tosses the remote on the couch.
Made landfall near FDR and Broad Street about 10 minutes ago. The water practically split in its wake as it rushed here from where Pulsar, Aegis, and the others were fighting north of the city. I've never seen anything like it. It's like something out of a nightmare, even seeing it with my own eyes, no matter how incredible this seems, with everything that's happened the last 3 years. With the eruption of powered humans and how much that changed history, it's like I'm seeing that change happen again, or the end of the world. We're getting reports from one New York plaza. Shadow, Lightspeed, and Revenant are helping find those trapped in the wreckage, but we still haven't seen any sign of Pulsar. Aegis is distracting it, but she can't dodge those tentacles forever. Everything she's hitting it with doesn't seem to make a dent.
Where the fuck are you, Adam?
Large rumbles followed by an inhuman scream and another crashing sound.
Oh God, it's just waded through a building!
John mutes the TV, pulls out a phone, and makes a call.
It's John. No, I don't know. That's why I'm calling you. Where is he? Where's Adam? Jules, calm down. Breathe. Breathe, okay? Rachel is fighting that thing on her own. Where the fuck is Adam? Oh, God. No, he has to be... It's Adam. He has to be okay. He can't... Listen, we don't know what's happened yet, okay? We have to... He's fine, Jules, okay? It's Adam. Just call me if you hear anything.
John unmutes the TV.
It hasn't been able to grab hold of Aegis with its tentacles, but she can't dodge this thing forever. I've seen her punch a hole in a mountain, but this, it shrugs off her hits like it was nothing. She hasn't been able to stop it from moving into the city. Oh, God!
No!
Oh, God, it's just thrown her through a building. I don't see her coming out the other side. It's turning now. It's heading back into the rubble where the people are.
Adam, where the fuck are you?
They're still evacuating people, but it's wading through the buildings like they were nothing. So much dust is rising, it's hard to see still. No sign of Aegis.
Rachel, don't do this to me. Come on, Rachel, please.
Aegis, she is alive.
John sinks down to his knees, trying to control his shaking.
She's forcing it back towards the bay. Whatever happened, it's pissed her off, and it's turning to face her now.
Lights start to dim, fading and pulsing. It's not a brownout. It's not even a fading the light outside, like darkness was flooding the area. This is not a surprise for John, who stands up and waits. The lights go out completely.
The police have called for an evacuation of the entire city. For God's sakes, if you are anywhere in Manhattan, get out while Aegis has it distracted.
John mutes the TV. The lights come back up. There's now another man standing in the room. He's in his late 20s, early 30s, black. He's torn, his left arm is bleeding, and his coat and shirt are torn. He has small nicks and scrapes across his face, and he's been hit by clouds of dust in the recent past. Not all the blood on him is his. He's avoiding looking directly into John's eyes.
Get your stuff. Where's Dylan?
Where's Adam, Ben?
Get your stuff, John.
Where the fuck is Adam, Ben?
I don't have time.
Where is he?
Adam's dead. I need you to get your bug out bag and tell me where Dylan is.
He's at school, opposite end of Manhattan.
Good. Get your stuff.
What happened?
John, please.
How did he...
John!
How the fuck did it happen? No, that's not possible. He can't be hurt. They're invincible, Ben.
I don't have time for this. Get your fucking bug out bag.
Why are you here? Why aren't you with her?
I came to get you.
She shouldn't be alone against that thing. You're supposed to be helping her.
I know you're upset, but we've got to...
That's what you do. You let Rachel and Adam do all the dangerous stuff. Now she's there, and you're not doing a fucking thing.
Because I can't. Because it was only ever Rachel and Adam, and now Adam, he's dead.
She's alone out there.
And my husband is still in Midtown. You don't get to judge me for not doing what I can't do. Now, you're scared, and I get that. And you don't take orders well, but I don't fucking care. Get your bug out bag, and we need to get ready to go so I can go get my husband.
Ben,
I get it. Get your shit.
John rushes into the back room. Ben picks up the remote and unmutes the TV.
She's pushed it almost back towards the base. Something in it has changed. It's almost like it's finally afraid of her.
John rushes back in with a large bag in his hand. It looks full.
son,
Lights begin to pulse in the room.
Yeah, we'll get him. Carl first.
Lights go down.
She's just floating there. Aegis isn't moving. Is she hoping to trick it? It's...
Lights come back up and both of them are gone.
Oh, God's grabbed her. She isn't even fighting it. Jesus Christ, it swallowed her. She's just been... If she couldn't win, then we're doomed. Oh God, I'm being told a nuclear strike has been authorized. Depending on the strike, between 1/3 and 500,000 people could...
There's a loud scream and we hear a massive explosion in the background.
What's happening? Its throat has exploded. It's toppling over backwards. It's... Oh God, Aegis is alive. She's hurt very badly, but she is alive. It seems like it's dead. She looks ready to drop, but she's still in the air. She's... Where'd she go? She didn't fall, but where is she?
Rachel lands with a thud against the back wall, stepping in from the balcony. She's wearing a coat which has been pierced through with holes in dozens of places. She's bleeding quite heavily and is barely able to keep herself standing as she stumbles into the apartment. She falls towards the hallway and catches herself on the wall.
Strike has been canceled. The airspace above Manhattan is still closed off and military copters are flying in. We're also receiving word of another one of these dead near Whitestone. Still no sign of Pulsar.
John. Dylan?
Shadow, Lightspeed, and Revenant should still be on site, teleporting people away. They've taken a lot of people to Giant Stadium, where local hospital personnel are conducting triage.
Rachel's hand starts to shake.
John?
She slides down the wall and shuts her eyes, trying to stay in control and not break down right here.
John?
We don't know how many casualties there are yet, but she managed to stop the whole of Manhattan from being destroyed. We don't even know if a nuclear blast could hurt Aegis or Pulsar, but Aegis was clearly hurt. Would a nuclear bomb have even hurt it, or just killed more people?
Rachel's eyes open and she concentrates on the TV. She's breathing hard and her neck is taut. What comes out of her throat starts as a small and painful cry, a thin thing that escapes her, breaking bigger holes in her for more of what she's feeling to come through. It builds into the cry of rage.
Was this why they erupted 3 years ago? Nearly 400 people gifted with incredible powers and abilities, but only 2 on a level that could take on this thing. We're receiving secondhand reports now that Pulsar has died, fighting another one. It swallowed him and he exploded inside the thing, ripping its head open. Is that why she did it?
Things are starting to shake as Rachel's cry grows.
Is that why she let it take her? The only thing she had left to do was sacrifice herself and get thrown down its throat. She nearly gave her life, so...
At this point, the television explodes. Blackout. Slide. 2 months after the attack. We begin in the dark as Rachel dips in the hallway to remove the coat, change her shirt, and wipe the blood off her face. A light comes on the couch, tight on it, with just enough room for someone to sit in the spot. The therapist's voice comes from the darkness. We don't see them.
You saved my brother once.
Hmm?
He lived at Churchill Downs.
Fire? Oh, I'm sorry. We go out to a lot of natural disasters, and that sounds like an apartment complex, so it's usually a fire.
Yep. 2 floors below his, a lot of people were trapped. You flew him out.
That was Halloween about a year ago.
Yeah. You flew him to the next building. Now he won't shut up about it.
What's he going to think when you tell him that you're my therapist?
It's not something I'm allowed to talk about.
Yeah, but people tell family and close friends.
If I told people about you, no one could keep it a secret. I mean, you...
Blew the roof off my building?
Well, no, I mean, you're you.
Rachel steps into the light, uncomfortably on the couch.
Lucky me.
You want to talk about that?
They had to have given you something to read about it.
Okay. Night terrors.
Yeah. Blew the roof off my building. I'm lucky I'm on the top floor.
No one got killed.
I was sleeping next to my husband. My son was in the other room. If I'd have...
Looks like they haven't found a medication that will help.
Yeah. Downside of being invincible is your body drives off medication too. It sucks. You can't get drunk either.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
To try to help?
To take the edge off. 3 bottles of Everclear and I barely even felt a buzz. I could drink an entire bar and barely feel it. And they can't give me any mood stabilizers or anti-anxiety medication. The stuff they've had me try would just kill you 10 times over.
Still nothing?
Nothing.
So, you have to handle it on your own.
Yeah.
People with PTSD aren't
Violent. Yeah, I know, I've read, but I blew the roof off of my building while I was asleep, and I got lucky. I didn't just blast up, I exploded in every direction.
Have you talked about that yet?
Stage pulses dark with an intense spot hitting Rachel from above. We hear the scream as we did before, but muffled. Rachel closes her eyes and her breathing increases. Her hands begin to tremble. She squeezes them and takes a shaky breath. It passes, and she opens her eyes.
It's okay if you don't want to.
I don't.
That's fine. So, what do you spend most of your time doing as a hero?
When all this started, we thought we'd be fighting crime or taking over the world. Most of us didn't have the power to break into banks, and the ones that did found it easier to make legitimate money. And then there was Ferris.
Marcelo? In Brazil?
Yeah. Punched that bank robber and he just vaporized.
What was his power?
The bank robber?
Yeah.
I think he could make people miss things, become lethargic and not notice him. He wasn't invisible, but everyone came under a haze.
He didn't have much luck with Farius.
Farius flew down and caught him from behind. He thought it would be like the movies. Hit the powered person and watched him slam into a wall or something.
In the video, it was like he just disappeared when Farius hit him.
When you can punch a hole in the side of a mountain, nothing can really take that. Well, until...
Why Aegis, the name?
Oh, it's the Greek for shield or for breastplate. Zeus had it. I remembered it from college.
So you were our shield.
I thought it would be nice, but after that whole costume trial, it was just easier to be us. But with the names, well, we kept them. I mean, there are a ton of Rachels around and...
Just one Aegis.
Yeah, and I took care of the big things, and the others, well, Adam and I took care of the big things. The others would find and get people out. It worked.
So mostly rescue.
Mostly.
And the rest?
I don't think you have the clearance.
Do you like being Aegis?
Sometimes. I used to.
How hard is it?
Used to be easy.
And now?
Lights fade up in the whole room. 3 bottles of whiskey and 1 empty bottle of Everclear on the empty bar behind Rachel. She stares straight ahead, not really there. She gets up, pours the last of the Everclear into a cup, which she shoots in one go. Her phone on the table gets a text. She doesn't notice. She puts her head down, frustrated. It's not working. She's not drunk. She's not even numb. The door quietly opens. John comes in and shuts the door. The slam of the door hits Rachel hard. Before she can realize what she's done, she spins around and reaches a hand out. John slams hard into the wall behind him. The force that's holding him up has cranked his neck into a dangerous position.
Rachel!
Rachel's hand unclenches and John falls to the ground. She looks at her hands in horror and numbly collapses on the couch. We hear a muffled roar in the distance. Lights fade to the spotlight on the couch. The spot on the couch is expanded some. Rachel's now free to move around.
And now?
I haven't been home in 2 weeks.
Where have you been?
The Arctic. We have a training facility there. It's where we were tested. They wanted to make sure we didn't.
Am I supposed to know about that?
Probably not.
I've forgotten.
I mean, what are they going to do? It's not like they can stop me from telling anyone anything I want. Only one thing we know of that can kill me, and well, that's dead now.
How do you feel about that? About being invincible?
I don't feel very invincible right now. I'd kill to have a drink.
Were you a heavy drinker?
No, but I think I'd like to try.
Do you think it would really help?
For just a minute, I might have to feel like this thing is right fucking there. Like I can feel it surrounding me and things in the dark actually penetrating my skin. I just want something that just numbs me for a bit so I don't have to think about this.
Self-medicating with PTSD isn't...
I know it's not a good idea. You think I don't know that? You think I haven't been reading? I know what's happening to me. I can sit there and run through it all, and I know that I nearly died, and I lost my friend, and had any feeling of actually being invulnerable taken away from me. I know that. I know about survivor's guilt and trauma, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Does that make it worse?
I know what I'm fighting against, and I don't know what to do. Medication doesn't work. I went into that thing ready to die. I was committing suicide when I let it grab me, and I knew it. And in that moment, people were dying. You know how much easier it is to be brave when you have no fucking choice? When there's nothing left and nobody to come rescue you? I was so scared when it swallowed me up, and I had to stop my mind or whatever the hell it is that makes those powers happen from lashing out. I just had to stop myself from saving myself. And in that second, I was ready, or as close to ready. I can't stop myself from having nightmares. I don't get to have nightmares.
Because of the roof.
Yeah, and because of the Arctic. I sheared the top off of a mountain in my sleep.
What are your goals in therapy?
I want to be able to be with my husband and son without worrying that I'll kill them.
Blackout. Projected May 19th, 2016, 1 week after the attack. Lights up on the entire set. Ben, John, and Carl on the balcony looking out towards where the devastation was off left. Rachel's on the couch, not quite mentally there.
Never thought the smoke would stop.
The attack? That was nothing.
Oh, well. Yeah, I've only been in New York for a few years.
I wasn't as close up to this.
I was.
Well, here's to living in shitty times.
John and Ben clink glasses and both take a deep drink. Carl doesn't clink his, but has a sip of it himself.
Kevin's actually coming over.
Kevin? Speaks to himself a lot. He has a hard time shutting off normal people.
Shutting off?
Nothing bad, just hearing us. It's weird.
Dina and Kevin come in the door with bags full of liquor and food for a gathering. There's a bottle of champagne along with the beer and hard liquor.
We brought the party.
And some liquor.
I apologize for him.
Rachel, you want a beer or something stronger? Rach?
I'll get her a beer.
Something stronger.
How strong?
Strong enough to drop a dinosaur.
I brought the wrong whiskey.
Dina grabs a bottle and throws some ice in a glass. She comes to the couch and sits next to Rachel, handing her the bottle.
Is this going to help or make things worse?
It's probably not going to do anything.
Maybe if you started drinking like you had a mission.
Like you?
It ain't easy to beat my metabolism.
You and me both.
You're weak.
Dina flips him off without even looking back. Kevin sits at the table.
That goes for me too, Ben.
You're just jealous.
To be honest,
Yeah.
What's it like to be the only other normal one here?
Tiring.
Carl lifts his bottle towards John, who clinks it with his.
Good thing we're interesting.
Rachel comes from the couch and tries to force herself to be more social.
It's been too long, Carl.
It's good to see you, Rachel.
Rachel gives Carl a hug.
I owed you that from before.
Yes, you did.
you're quiet.
It's been a day.
Aren't they all? Hey, since we're here,
Ben lifts a glass.
to Adam.
Kevin, John, and Carl raise theirs.
To Adam.
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 There's a very faint and human scream. Rachel closes her eyes for a moment, takes a drink until the tears pass. Dina sinks back on the couch after muttering hers. Her face much more serious. A moment passes. John sits at the table with Kevin.
Were you at any of the buildings?
Were you working in any of the rubble?
I'm sorry, a year and a half? Rachel never told us.
Ben and Carl look confused. Dina turns to look at them. Rachel and John share a glass.
Well, we don't.
It's fine, Rachel.
Shit, I'm sorry. I thought you said it.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. I transferred to teach at the academy.
One of us had to be home. Once we started going abroad to give more help, we'd be gone for a bunch of days.
It was the best. Our son.
Sorry.
Do we
It's okay.
know about the funeral yet?
Jules said she'd let us know.
So she's still talking to you?
Barely.
She'll come around.
I left her a message. Invited her here.
We're not who she wants to see right now.
She didn't say as much, but yeah.
We were never her favorite people.
Oh, except for Rachel.
She always loved you.
Maybe you could.
No,
She shouldn't be alone.
I'm really not who she wants to see.
You're the only one of us she ever liked.
I lived, Dana.
Carl finishes his drink and breaks the silence.
Who wants sad bastard music?
Put something on.
Something happier.
Nope. You all get sad bastard music.
He doesn't let me choose the music either.
We had this talk.
Yes, dear.
I can hear sarcasm. You know this, right? It's like my superpower.
Shitty taste in music?
I'm working on him.
I like my music.
And I still love you.
Carl hits play on his phone and the song comes through. It's kind of sappy, overblown, sad bastard music that ends up being more ridiculous than actually sad. Like Air Supply's All Out of Love. If the person directing this isn't me, I trust you to come up with something recognizable and yet suitably silly.
Are we in the 70s?
80s?
I've got something better than that.
Did you not hear the rules?
I'm not married to you.
He gets up and goes in the kitchen.
What's wrong with the 80s?
I mean, why not play Mozart if you're going to go back that far?
That one hurts.
Heard that happens when you get old.
Hey,
Four of them end up in the kitchen. They're bickering, fading as Rachel sits with Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah?
Jules. Did she say anything?
I didn't talk to her.
But you checked on her.
Yeah.
And?
She's not doing good.
I mean, I meant, does she?
Does she blame you? No. She blames us. Me, Dina, and Ben.
Kitchen is silent now. They've overheard.
What?
Carl.
why would she blame us?
Can we not do this?
No, what could we have done?
She's not thinking straight.
She always blamed us.
Ben,
What? I'm sorry, but 2 years of her looking at us like we were shit? I get why she doesn't want to see us right now, but we're going to have to see each other at the funeral. It'll be easier on all of us if we just...
There's not going to be a funeral, Ben.
She could at least see it. Wait.
There's not going to be a funeral.
The president said there would be a service.
There'll be a service, but Adam won't be there. Jules doesn't even get to put her husband's body in the ground.
What? That's bullshit.
They're going to study him.
Like they haven't been studying the shit out of us for years?
Out of us. Not Adam, not Rachel.
What?
They're gonna dissect him.
We can't let them do that.
You have to.
Fuck that.
We signed waivers.
I didn't sign shit except that they can take my blood and samples.
We didn't sign it, they did.
Rachel and Adam.
What?
They don't know what might happen if they die.
People like us have died before.
No, they haven't.
What? We've been to funerals.
People like you have died before. People like us haven't.
Like you and Adam.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's not okay.
It is what it is.
No. He died like a fucking warrior. We should send him off like a Viking, put him on an aircraft carrier and light it on fire.
We don't know what could happen.
You are not that much different than us.
We are.
Bullshit. The same thing happened to all of us. We were erupted. Everything in our lives changed. You are not above us. Adam was not above us. We are the same.
We are not the same, Dina.
Fuck you.
Beyond being stronger, faster, and healthier than what we were, every single one of you has a single ability. Adam and I had a host of abilities, and as far as I know, he and I were made to fight those things.
You did not do that alone.
Yes, I fucking did.
We were there when Adam died.
You were? You were there? Where the fuck were you when we were fighting them?
We were doing what we could.
It wasn't enough. I was alone up there.
You weren't hip deep in bodies.
No, I was swallowed by one.
Rachel, Dina.
I know this hasn't been easy.
Don't you dare.
Rachel.
They're going to try to dissect me. You don't get to.
Rachel, we've all been to the same places, seen the same shit.
She's not like us, then. She gets to fly above it.
I do not.
You're always above it while we're in the middle of it.
Then where were you when Adam died?
We were saving lives, Rachel.
Dina jerks suddenly as she's caught up in Rachel's power. Rachel's fury pours through her, and she's not completely aware of what she's doing. Dina falls to the floor, and as Rachel walks towards her, she's pushed towards the wall and isn't able to breathe. She's being crushed as Rachel gets angrier.
We were dying, and you and Ben and Kevin got to run away and leave me up there with nothing. You didn't have to face that thing alone. You got to be a fucking hero while I had to be the one. Where were you? Why am I the only one that can do this? What the fuck did I do? I save people too. I help people. And where the fuck were you?
Rachel.
Rachel, stop.
What was it like? Appearing on TV to talk to the world when you don't have to risk anything? Talking about sacrifice and fear? What the fuck do you know about that? Huh, Dina? You tell me!
Rachel!
His cry finally gets through to Rachel. She looks at Dina, who's barely conscious on the ground. Kevin rushes over to Dina, who's trying to get a breath in.
Oh, God. Dina.
Dina sags as Rachel releases her, and she starts to breathe hard.
Dina.
I'm okay.
Oh, God.
Rachel,
Rachel turns towards the balcony, and John moves to stop her.
it's okay. Just don't leave.
Rachel brushes past him, out onto the balcony.
Let her go.
You can't just fly away.
Rachel.
Let her go.
Rachel leaps over the railing, and John rushes out the patio door to watch her fly.
God damn it, Rachel, come back!
Dina?
I'll be okay. Just give me a second.
Rachel!
It's okay, John.
Is it?
You don't know what she's been through.
Don't you fucking dare.
I mean, how many bodies have you pulled from rubble? How many friends have you seen die?
John crosses the space between them quickly. He grabs Ben by the shirt and pulls him close.
I've been a New York City firefighter for 18 years. It's 2016. Pull out your fucking calendar and ask me again if I've pulled bodies out of the rubble. Ask me again. Your powers don't make you special. They don't give you insight because you get to sit above it all and watch regular folks die. You don't get to tell me what it's like to be afraid and still put your life on the line.
We do now.
Now. That makes you a rookie. And rookies don't get to tell me about fear.
Ben,
Fuck. John, I'm sorry.
We are all trying to deal with this.
You all seem to be doing fine.
that's because Ben hasn't woken you up screaming.
No. I walked into my home and almost got killed by my wife.
Back up. Scene 6, a living room. It's dark. Figure sits on a couch illuminated by blue glow of the television. Ben absently flips through the channels, half covered in a blanket.
Right, the stars of television, film, and music come together to raise money to help repair.
Click. Oh, yeah, that's Kev. Some of these lines are Kevin's. Oh, Theo, you're muted.
Can't believe you thought that of me, Tara.
What was I supposed to do? It wasn't even your baby.
But the DNA test?
Showed it was you because I was with your brother, Stephen.
I don't have a brother!
Your twin brother, Stefan. Your mother never told you, did she? She told me before she died.
No.
Click.
Listen, lady, don't piss on my shoes and tell me.
Click.
On the Learning Channel, is Bigfoot real? What is the possible explanation behind these incredible photos and videos?
You had your chance with a giant squid. I don't trust you anymore, Learning Channel.
Click.
Continuing our Godfather marathon.
Ben perks up.
Godfather 3.
Click.
Still no sign of Aegis. Shadow Revenant and Bantam have been helping with the rescue and repair efforts.
Carl comes in, having gotten out of bed.
Oh, you'd be here.
But everyone is asking, is Aegis okay? Was she permanently injured in the fighting?
Not the only one of us, motherfucker.
Wherever you are, Aegis, we just want to let you know all of the people of America are pulling for you. All of the world's hearts are with you.
Carl's coming to the couch and slips his arms around Ben, his chin resting on Ben's head. Ben clicks off the TV. The two of them are in the dark. There's some light coming in from the street lamp outside.
Of course their thoughts are with Rachel. Fucker.
Got her battles.
I don't have mine.
Carl pushes his chin down, rolling Ben's head up to meet him. He kisses Ben.
Yes, but you have what she doesn't.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Carl comes around to the couch to curl up with Ben.
Me, you ungrateful fuck.
That makes up for everything.
It better.
Don't be pissy.
Listen, I put up with how dumb you are because you're cute and have powers.
Do you now?
Hey, I appreciate you being my trophy husband.
But you were my trophy.
I got substance. I don't need the exterior shine. You just look pretty for the cameras.
Ben turns in Carl's arms, settling in.
I'm not used to being a little spoon.
Let me be the big spoon for a while.
Ben turns and buries his head in Carl's chest. For a time they lie together with Carl softly stroking Ben's hair and back.
Your father called.
Fuck.
I can't keep putting him off.
I'm not in the mood to deal with him.
He wants to make sure you're okay.
Can't I send him an email?
No, talk to the man.
I really just can't deal with him right now.
You need to.
Why?
Because normal bullshit is good for you right now.
How about no bullshit?
Call your father.
Ben makes a sound, kind of a sound against Carl's chest. It's a cross between a sigh, a grunt, and a growl. Carl is one.
Tomorrow?
Fine. Carl,
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen to us.
Nothing's going to happen to us.
I think the team, what we do, it's important, but I've had some companies call.
Companies?
I didn't answer.
So why is this a problem?
It's my endorsement.
Oh,
Everything we've gotten. it could go away.
Nothing is gonna go away.
If we're not out there helping people, then
You aren't going anywhere. You're one of the most famous people on Earth.
I don't know if you've met people, but they're fickle as hell.
No one is going to forget you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Who was the lead in Starship Troopers?
Carl's mouth opens for a moment, and then his mouth closes.
Uh-huh.
that's not fair.
I mean, he was famous as hell.
When's the last time I saw Starship Troopers?
I don't know what you watch.
I'm your husband.
There are things you don't tell me.
You're not that guy.
I can't go back to being nothing anymore.
You were never nothing.
Well, I wasn't fucking going anywhere. You worked with kids. You were somebody. I was working at Best Buy and nobody goes there anymore.
Ben, I can't keep telling you this.
I know.
Do you think I gave a shit?
No, but I did. I'd have been there till I was 50 or it's shut down. This is the first time in my life where I actually feel like I'm worth a damn.
What the fuck do you think of me?
What?
Do you think I settled for you? I chose you. You don't get to sit there. You don't get to sit there and shit on yourself because I fucking chose you. Look at me. I could have had anyone I wanted, but it was your Best Buy working ass that I wanted because you have a good heart. And I don't know how to make you see it. I need you to see that, Ben. If you take away all of this, the powers and the people you saved, take it all away, I still chose you forever.
Oh.
I don't settle.
Carl grabs hold of Ben tightly. Ben wraps his arm around Carl and holds him tight. They're like this for a while before they settle back on the couch as they were before.
Sorry about the nightmares.
Thank you, but that doesn't make up for lost sleep.
Fuck.
Carl takes Ben's chin in his hands.
Honey, I'm kidding.
You're not getting a lot of sleep.
Neither are you. I didn't come into this relationship thinking it'd all be good times. Right now sucks for you and can be rough for me, but it'll pass. And then I get to hold it over you when I need to until things are rough for me, and you take care of me and then hold it over me for a while. That's how love works. How's therapy?
Weird.
This one working for you?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, Rachel almost died. She expected to die. She's not wrong. I wasn't the one in danger.
That's bullshit.
It's true.
It's bullshit. You may have not been the one who nearly died, but how many bodies have you seen? How many people have you not been able to help? How much pain and death have you been knee deep in?
I had to punch a guy. I mean, he was freaking out and he kept screaming at me to get him out of there, but there were still a bunch of people to get in the area.
Jesus, is he okay?
I don't know. They forget that this thing made us all strong. Not Rachel strong, but still. The way he came at me, I panicked and he went down like. And a bunch of people Dina brings me, they pile up so quickly as she gets. They pile up so quickly as she gets them out of there, and they're all looking at me like I can't save them. What the fuck can I do? I can't help them. I can just move them. And there are so many, and I just have to jump back and forth so many times. And by the end of it, most of the ones that we have are dead or close to it. And this wasn't as bad as some of the other places, but no one's ever been as panicked as they were here. During the flooding, Adam and Rachel just held back the worst of it, but this thing, it was there and screaming, and they were all just so scared. I mean, I know I got this power, and I can do things that no one else in history has ever done and will ever be able to do, and it's not enough. And I can't. I just want to stop seeing them.
Carl holds Ben as he rides this out.
You can
Eventually.
get away for a while. Go someplace nice. Forget about it all.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe some deserted island, no people.
Yeah, or movie theaters or internet or
Yeah, but it'd be nice. For a bit.
just point to somewhere on a map and I'll take us there.
Hey, wait a minute. We don't have lunch in Paris. Why don't we have lunch in Paris more often?
Time difference.
We could plan ahead.
I also get problems with my credit cards if I just pop up in other countries. To keep thinking it's identity theft.
Tell them you're a goddamn superhero and sometimes you pop up in other countries.
I'll get right on that.
Time passes, they lie on the couch.
You're a shitty boyfriend.
Because I don't take you to Paris?
Yep.
I'll get right on that too.
See that you do.
I'm getting kind of sleepy.
I'm not going anywhere. Give me the remote.
Fade to black. A bar. Dina's sitting in a bar with a bottle of vodka in front of her that she's pouring herself, pouring a huge amount into a fairly big glass. Kevin is sitting next to her with a beer.
Fuck.
What?
I'm finally starting to feel it.
What bottle is this?
3.
How have you not been to the bathroom like 6 times?
I did.
Fuck you.
No, I did.
When?
When you filled your cup. I'm really fast.
But I'd have noticed there's wind and stuff.
Not if I don't want there to be. Fast and sneaky.
Huh.
How's it hitting you?
I don't have super insights.
Well, you're drunk.
Yep.
Dina puts a hand up. Kevin high fives her.
Look at us.
This is glamorous.
How'd you find out about this place?
Saturday Night Live.
What?
I was told by some SNL people, there are places people go who are famous and don't want to be bothered. It's very hush-hush.
You know SNL people?
Went to a few tapings.
How was it?
That's neat to be there. I like some of the cast.
Huh. So, we might see some famous people.
You see me?
No, idiot. Someone actually famous.
It's a possibility.
Well, shit. That'd be cool.
We meet famous people.
Yeah, but we don't normally hang with them, especially not in their secret places.
Well, there would be that.
I don't want to go to therapy tomorrow.
Go. It's good for you.
How about for you?
I'm fine.
Bullshit.
I found people who'd gone through traumas, dove inside them, learned how they went through it.
You what?
I learned from others.
You crowdsourced your therapy?
It's the way my mind works.
And now you're good after stealing your recovery.
I didn't steal anything. Nothing was taken from anyone. They didn't even know.
That's cheating.
So I was using the bathroom in 0.06 seconds.
You're just jealous.
Not as jealous as you.
Hey, that's kind of shitty. Running fast isn't the same as fixing my head.
Shit, you're right. I was trying to be playful and I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Could you do it for us?
Minds are a strange thing.
If you're able to change them, dive into them, can you cut this out? Do what you did to us? Kevin.
I can't.
But you could just magic yourself.
My mind isn't like yours. Grabbing a hold of someone's self, their memories, to do more than read them is like trying to snatch a single fish out of an entire school. They move and flow into each other. I take that feeling about what's happened and I don't remove it from your mind. I'd have to cut into your emotions. Otherwise, those images are still going to be in your head. Take the memories themselves. Your mind has already pasted those memories onto so many other experiences in your life that if I remove them, I don't know what's going to change.
And you're different.
Yes. Yes, my entire self got taken apart and put back together. I can split my mind 100 times and separate it all.
What's it like in your head?
I don't have words for it. I couldn't have comprehended this before.
Speed's like that. How things can crawl past and move so damn fast at the same time. Saw a wall falling on a guy in slow motion. He was reaching for me. I was grabbing people out, but it was too late. He was dead, but his body hadn't caught up with it yet. That split second as I rushed in and out of there with people while that thing was out there. Did you feel him die?
Probably. Hard to pick one out.
It was like he saw me.
He didn't.
That doesn't help.
You were going so fast, there was
I passed through
no
his
way that...
eyes in and out of the door. His eyes were directly fucking on me. Even if he didn't see me, he saw me. How did they see us?
What do you mean?
All of us.
Gods to some, devils to others, objects of lust or jealousy, adoration, or burning hatred. What did we do to deserve all this?
Not a damn thing.
Do you really want to know? How they see you? Do you really want to know?
No, I don't think so.
You know what makes society work? Lies.
I was going to say a shared set of laws and shared values.
If everyone said all the things unsaid all the time, how many people do you think you could stand?
This is why we don't drink together more often.
None of us want real honesty. You want it when it feels good and you need it when you're fucking up. The rest of the time, we want lies. I don't get lies. I get their truth. All the time.
Want to head out of here and find some place with a distraction?
No, I need to sober up. You cramp my style anyway.
Crimp your style?
It's been a rough week. I'm famous. I just helped save the world and someone back there wants a piece of this.
That's fucked up.
I'm not prying. Their minds scream at me all the time. I'm like the world's best reader of body language.
I swear to God, you wanted to be a rock star.
It's not all downsides.
Don't make us look bad.
Never do.
Kevin gives Dina a hug. It lasts a while. Not the hug of romance, but that of good friends in a bad place. It's comfortable. It closes off their world for a while.
Love you.
Love you too.
Go home soon.
Kevin starts to leave. Dina stands.
I'll be home before you can shut the
Lights step up on Dina's house.
door.
Dina gets a bottle of alcohol and takes a drink. She sits on the couch, pulls out her phone. She brings up a song and streams it to her apartment. Something sad, soft. She closes her eyes and listens for a bit, her head rolled back on the couch. After a bit, she reaches up to pinch the bridge of her nose, fighting silent tears. She takes a drink, her eyes unfocused as she goes into her head. Adam walks into the room, standing behind her so she can't see him yet. She takes another drink.
It's not like you'll be drunk for long with your metabolism.
If I keep feeding the fire, I'll stay lit. Fuck you for dying.
Well, maybe I'm not dead. Maybe I'm here.
You're not.
I could be.
I'm drunk.
So, I've got powers.
Tell me something about you that I don't know.
There's a lot about me that you don't know.
Then it should be easy. You're stalling. You're not really there.
Maybe you're crazy.
Nope, drunk.
Trust me. Where are you from?
Central Illinois.
That's a place?
That's a region.
See, now why didn't I know that?
Because it would mean we weren't talking about you.
How was that bad?
Probably still are.
Asshole from beyond the grave?
If anyone could do it. You shouldn't have gone like that.
I agree.
You killed it, but
I was eaten like a damn nature film.
you should have gone out with 10 swords through you, looking down an invading army. Your death should have been heroic, not
I saved a lot of people.
fuck those people. I don't know those people. I know you. I don't care about them. Well, I'm too drunk to carry both hurts in me right now, so fuck them.
It's nice to be chosen.
Do you have any idea how angry I've been at you?
When?
When we were on the ground, surrounded by people, and you were up there so far away from the carnage. You got to come down once in a while, see the death and bodies close up. When I'd have to run through the remains of a city and pull people to safety, you and Rachel flew them out, or Ben got to teleport them. You got to be the hero while I did the real work. I had to choose who would live and die because even as fast as I was, there wasn't time. And you, in the floods, do you know how many people we were too late for?
No.
Of course you didn't. Because they loved you. You got to be the hero. I was so sick of living in your shadow, and at the end of it, fuck you. You owed me a better death. You owed me not to be terrified at the end of it. If you're going to live better than me, you better fucking well die better than I will too.
Dina.
No, we were fucking gods, Adam.
We were never gods.
Is there a difference? Is there something that sets us apart from Zeus or Apollo? Do you know how many laws of physics I broke just coming home from the bar? Or with a metabolism that makes it almost impossible to get drunk? The laws of creation don't apply to us. We're outside them. I can't even find the words to tell you what it's like to move so fast and the world goes so slow at the same time. We tap into something beyond the universe, and this isn't how we die. And now I have to tell people what a good person you were. And all I can think of is all the times you pissed me off and how fucking petty I felt when you or Rachel would be paraded before the entire world and we would be your fucking wallpaper. I got to become a god, but I'm still not as good as you. And now you've martyred yourself like an asshole. And I don't even feel like I can still be mad at you. Like, I can only see the good things about you in public when it feels like you did this on purpose. So people won't find out how your entire world revolved around you.
It's easier to remember when I pissed you off right now. See, that's how grief goes.
It's easier to remember because I have more examples.
Adam smiles at her and from behind gives her a hug.
I don't want to miss you right now, you fuck.
I'm sorry.
You want to know something else you don't know about me? Turns out I'm not fast. As fast as I move, it's not a speed thing, it's a time thing. Found out the same day that thing attacked. Same day you died.
So what does that mean?
More than I thought it did. You know, I have a hard time remembering my mother's laugh. 12 years. All it took. I can't remember what my sister sounded like when she yelled at me. 12 years. Half my life. And she was in it every day. Some days I have to grab a picture to make sure I remember what she looks like. How long before you're gone? How long before you're not even a memory?
As she speaks, Adam starts to pull away.
It's just, death happened to other people. I was hip deep in it, but we were chosen. We were something different. You were invincible and probably immortal, and then you can't even let me have that. I don't have anyone to pray to for help because you're a selfish prick and wouldn't even be invincible. So maybe there weren't one or two people I wouldn't lose. Everything we've ever done is crashing in on me, and I just want to be so fucking done.
Adam in the shadows behind her.
And I can't. You're dead, and I want us to be at a press conference and to argue with you in the plane on the way back and go get a drink with Kevin and cool down and then be fine the next day, and I can't because you're gone.
I'm sorry, hon.
No, you don't get to say you're sorry because you're not here.
He takes a long drink.
I'm drunk and talking to myself.
He takes another drink. Adam has disappeared into the darkness.
And you're not here and never will be again.
Fade to black. Rachel walks in, the only one in the light. Chairs have been placed in the dark around her in a loose circle. Other members of the cast currently playing the voices she's hearing are standing in the dark unseen. One chair is placed further away in the dark. This will be for Dina when she talks. Rachel stands behind one of the chairs, not feeling comfortable being there.
This is Rachel. Rachel, this is a group of veterans I meet with each week. They agreed that it might help to have you meet them.
I'm not sure I belong here.
We're sure.
But you did. We're proud to have you here.
You're like a husky pilot. Well, hell, you're like a husky. Never not welcome.
What's a husky?
A small, funny-looking helicopter. Like an answered prayer. 2 of the times I thought I wasn't going to make it, one of them came down out of the blue like a little hurricane coming at you. But saved your ass.
They haven't used those in forever.
Gone but not forgotten.
A lot of people deal with PTSD because of any number of traumas, but sometimes it's good to talk to people who understand.
Thank you.
If you want to say anything.
Rachel opens her mouth for a moment, but the words aren't coming.
I don't know. I mean, what you've been through, I'm dealing.
We've all said that.
And we've all lied.
I blew the roof off my building. I'm trying to deal where I can't hurt people.
Can't always help hurting people.
Did you want to?
Yeah, I drank. A lot. It was how I dealt.
Same.
Yep.
Lisa and I, we were barely talking. I didn't want to be seen by anyone, and my kid, she just wanted her dad. And I didn't know how to be him anymore. I would sit there and, how do you tell your kid you're not going to be okay, right? Daddy's going to be okay, except he's fucking not. And she's 7, but she knows. Because I wasn't okay. Ever. She wanted to go outside and play with daddy, and every time I was out there, it was too much. Nothing I could control out there. No way to. I just couldn't. And one weekend, Lisa took her to her mother's.
How did you handle being alone?
About as well as not being alone. Her mother, she never wanted Lisa to marry someone in the military. She'd been an Air Force brat and had warned her what her life was like. And I'm hoping. And all I could hear was her fucking voice telling Lisa, see what happened? I told you, you deserve better. She fucking did. She deserved who I was when she married me. I never knew how good that guy was.
Hey, you're still a good man.
You're okay.
The laughter that comes from the shadows is warm and friendly.
And you're still a son of a bitch.
How I get through the day.
And what happened while she was away?
Yeah.
You've got this.
I mean, what did I bring her? The guy who came back? He wasn't the guy she married. The guy she deserved? Anyway, instead she had me. And I can feel him in there sometimes. Like, I know that I can just grab hold and just fucking pull him out and just be him again, but I just can't. I don't know if I have it in him to be. I don't know if I have it in me to be him anymore. And I was hammered. And I felt like I needed to throw up. And I was at the mirror drinking water just to keep the hot spits out of my mouth and just rubbing my face into the mirror. He was just fucking looking at me, just burning anger and judgment, just staring right fucking through me. So I headbutted that fucker. It hurt, but it was a pain I could control.
Have you hurt yourself since?
That night cost me enough.
I know how that is. Punched a car window once.
Shatter it?
My hand? Yeah. This ain't the fucking movies.
Just kept hitting that mirror. And in the morning, my kid found me, bleeding on the bathroom floor. It's my fucking kid.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. It's better off. And I'm doing the work.
I'm a long ways. What would have happened if you'd have let Lisa in, not kept it all to yourself?
Maybe she'd run away before my kid saw me like that.
You actually think?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have been so fucked up. Maybe she'd still be gone.
How many of you found that keeping your trauma from the people you loved made it worse?
Everyone answers in an affirmative of some sort. Rachel's eyes go to the ground.
If you hold on to trauma, it doesn't disappear. People are what helps. Rachel, who have you talked to?
Well, you.
Well, who have you talked to that's in your life?
It's not like I died. I lived. Adam's, Pulsar's wife, she has it so much worse. And but sometimes when I'm not expecting it.
It's you in strange places, right?
What happened with you might be good for her to hear.
I tried to deal. I mean, keep your head down and just get through it, right? I've read the side effects of the medicine they suggested. Seemed less dangerous just to grit your teeth, and I was driving. Sniper had taken out 3 people in 6 weeks. I wasn't even in the shit. I was supply. I fought spreadsheets and argued with people who wanted more everything. Rations, gear, bullets. I was a fucking bean counter. I wasn't supposed to be in danger. I mean, close to it. But that shit happened out there, right? I stopped running at the sound of, well, anything a while ago. But it didn't mean I didn't feel like there was still crosshairs on me all the time. One night there was. He fired at me. Or someone near me. It's hard to think it was meant for you. There was a bunch of us. We scattered, hit cover. I got behind something and just froze. The others were getting into position and doing what they were supposed to do, and I couldn't move. I feel that here sometimes. Like someone's aiming at me and I just can't move. A gunshot and a song happened at the wrong time and I froze, crashed into people getting out of their car. Killed a kid because I couldn't shake a sniper from Afghanistan.
That's what I'm afraid of.
How would you say you are now?
Don't drive much, but it's helping. I don't freeze when I hear a gunshot much. I listen to different music now.
Some of the shit they put in the songs are unnecessary.
Even regular folks freak out when they put police sirens in songs.
That's why I listen to podcasts.
Listen to songs you know. Nothing surprises you.
When's the last time you heard anything that was from the 2000s?
70s and 80s.
You're getting old.
Better than the alternative.
So, yeah, I need to get better at it.
All steps, but you'll get there.
I keep hearing that.
What's made it hard to talk about?
It's just, I don't know.
Earlier, you had said Pulsar's wife had it harder
Well, yeah,
because you lived.
I made it out. I got through. I should be able to just, I don't know, keep going. I mean, how do I face her? How do I be like this when Adam is dead?
That can't be on you.
Easy for you to say.
Chuckle ripples through the dark.
You are not alone in feeling that.
Yep, it is easy for me to say because I've been there. We've all been there.
2 weeks ago, we talked about what you took from your experience.
Yeah, I've been trying to unfuck my thinking, drop the guilt, but it still hits me, you know?
You still struggling with it?
Yeah, it's like alcoholism, right? Never really goes away, something like that.
Have you had any troubles with it since we talked about it last?
Yeah. Last week, I went to a movie, fucking robots, stupid action film. Just wanted out of the heat. They just keep hitting me with this shit, and it's all random. You can't follow the movie. It's just explosion and parts of robots flying everywhere. I mean, it was a robot, not a person, but all I could see was that truck. It was behind us. Too full, they said, and they sent me to the one in the front. It was supposed to be the point vehicle, and they wanted it lightly manned. I didn't know what the weight tolerance was, but we went right over it. Or it was remotely controlled, I don't know, but I was supposed to be on it, but I was running late. Just late. Not because of any reason, but it was random. I could have been... I mean, why me, right? What did I do? Reynolds had 3 kids back home. What do I have? Phillips was a doctor, worked his whole life, trained to put people back together, and all I could do was watch. Every single one of them was worth more than me. Even Myers was a prick, but I'm still here. And I owe it to them to do better, to make the world less shitty. Phillips would have saved someone's life, and all I learned was gotta take them. Scales have to be balanced. I gotta make sure other people are okay.
Amen.
Save one, you save the world.
I don't have it in me to save the world, but I help.
How many of you have found service to others helps?
All hands goes up.
More than you assholes.
I gave up on all of you, but where I can, I try.
Some common themes are what keeps us down. Repression and guilt are pits that you can dig so deep that you'll never get out of again.
I know that.
Knowing's the easy part.
I'm aware.
Sucks, right?
Yeah.
Have you helped other people?
That's all I do.
I meant more one-on-one. You didn't seem to be in the crowd much.
I haven't since the attack.
How important was that to you?
Saving people?
Yeah.
It gave me purpose.
When we get cut loose, shit falls apart.
You aren't kidding.
Everyone here has had setbacks. They try, fuck up, fall, but if you don't get back out there, you can't lock yourself in a room forever.
I mean, not like anybody can force me out of a room I want to be in.
You gotta live again at some point.
I'm not. What if I kill someone?
We've all killed someone.
But if I kill someone innocent?
That happens too.
But it's in war.
We all saw the attack. That was close enough to war for us.
I was alone. Pulsar was dead.
Ben sits in a chair.
Thing grabbed Adam and God, the screams. Adam was fighting, trying to fly out of its tentacles, but I saw his eyes when he was thrown into its mouth. But the last person he saw, it just crunched down and he just folded.
Stage goes black. We hear an inhuman scream, muffled as from the inside. Lights snap back on. Rachel's bolt upright in her chair, muscles taut.
I've never heard a sound like that come from someone's mouth.
Light comes up on Dina in her chair.
He just exploded. Every bit of power he had. One last fuck you to that thing. Tore its jaw off.
Kevin takes a seat.
The other one, it was morning. I could feel it morning.
Good.
And then it turned on us. Heading into the water, it just flew through the water.
It wanted revenge. It wanted to destroy us as much as it possibly could.
Rachel, she could barely keep up. I was going to lose them. It was over.
Then teleported us to the city, but got the wrong. But it was the wrong part.
Things move so fast. How can anything that big move that fast?
Morning commute. People going to work. It dropped the roof on them.
They were reaching out. I could feel all of them dying or calling out, begging to be saved.
I could have, if that thing was...
What could we do?
Adam was dead. None of us were going to make it out.
I couldn't do anything to it.
None of us could. All I could do was grab the ones that Kevin pointed me to.
And I could take them away.
One of them looked directly at me. She was 26, a grad student. She was waiting till after grad school to find somebody to marry and start a life with.
I had to choose a man or his daughter. The walls were falling, and fast as I am, it's still not enough.
I got them out, and they were screaming for the people left behind, grabbing me and begging.
And I was alone.
What was I supposed to do?
I chose her. God help me, I chose her.
Save her. I didn't know what to do.
And I was alone.
I saw him die. I could have made it if I chose him first. I could have gotten them both.
I couldn't go back. They wouldn't give me room. Kept grabbing me and crying.
I was alone when it grabbed me. The smell of it.
I felt her die.
I watched him being crushed in slow motion. I was too late.
And I didn't know what to do.
I'm going to lose them all.
I pushed them away, tore them from me.
And I hid it, but it was so big and it didn't matter.
I don't have anything left.
They were dying. Desperate.
I had to punch someone to get space.
So I let it take me. I was ready to let myself die to stop it.
I saw Rachel give up, saw her die. And I'm going to see her die again. And all the rest of them. I can't do that again.
Goes to black. That's end of Act 1. We've got about half hour, 35 minutes or so left. We'll take about a 7-minute intermission. Get a drink, use the bathroom. We'll be back shortly. You just want to make sure you don't All right, hello and welcome back. We're now going into Act 2. We got probably about 35 minutes left in the show. Um, Act 2, Scene 1, 3 chairs on stage, 3 spotlights. In one, Ben looks exhausted, in another, Rachel sits, and in the last, Dina is agitated. As they sit there, Kevin walks through the audience, coming towards the stage. He sits in a place where he is visible but not obtrusive, and watches.
Have things gotten better?
No.
Any symptoms still?
Guy asked me on a date. I didn't want to say yes, but I didn't want to be alone.
Does that worry you?
Carl's been taking care of me so much, I haven't been able to be there for him. He's been stressed.
Is there anything that you think you can do?
Try to be there more for him.
Has he been there for you?
He tried.
Did you let him?
Rachel sighs and stares at the unseen interviewer as lights up in the kitchen.
So, are you back?
I thought you deserved.
What?
I don't know.
My wife?
This isn't easy for me.
Well, it doesn't help when you run away.
I'm trying to keep you safe.
Stop. I'm here, and you're God knows where, and there's nothing I can do. I spend all night sleeping on the couch on the off chance you fly in through that window. You haven't returned any calls or texts.
There's no signal in the Arctic.
That's not an excuse. You can be anywhere on this earth in minutes.
But I'm dangerous.
You're not.
I almost killed you twice.
But you didn't. If you can't sleep here till you get better, I get that, but
I lost control and I could have killed Dina.
just
John, I don't.
would you stop looking for ways to push me away? Dylan is at my mom's, and the only place in the world I want to be is here with you. You can't do this on your own.
I have to.
Do you know how much of my life I've spent with people who saw their world crumble around them? Do you know how many people in my company had trauma? You remember how I was?
That was different.
Bullshit. I may not have been immortal the day before, but that meant when I rushed into danger, death was a possibility. On this, I do know how to help you. I've been there. I've been through it. Not the same, but I look death in the eye too. Let me help you.
Lights out upstage, lights on the chairs again. Rachel's in the dark behind it.
Did you let him help you?
I ran.
I wanted to run.
Why?
He was a nice guy.
So why did that make you want to run?
Because what kind of life could he have with me?
Were you at that point?
At that point, no, it was just one night.
So why are you going to the future?
Because that's what normal people get to do. Look at the future. They get to wonder if this will be someone I date for a long time, or I don't get to have that.
Why not?
Because
There's silence as Dina sits there.
Because
Because of your family.
Because of your family?
what?
He's a little startled.
It's
What?
not your fault.
Not your fault.
Kevin moves to Dina's side a few feet away. He's looking at her, but she's still looking out at the unseen therapist.
That's how did you know?
And in your file.
I don't talk about that.
Maybe you should. How old were you?
12.
And you've never talked to anyone?
I just couldn't.
Car crash.
Yeah, all of them. I was staying the night at a friend's house.
And foster care after that? What about extended family?
No one was close, so I got passed around to foster families.
Who have you shared this with?
Dina's jaw goes tight, and there's silence.
You have to talk about it sometime.
I know.
Everything about your relationship seems good.
It is.
So,
If I open that up, it's not going to stop. I have to put this behind me and be a husband again.
You can't shut Carl
can't
out.
shut Carl out.
I've been a drain on him for months.
He loves you.
He loves you.
I don't have forever to get through this. I need to put it behind me now
Or what?
Ben's face falls. Carl steps from the shadows and stands at Kevin's side.
You love him?
Carl sees Ben start to cry.
Can I touch him?
No, you're actually not here.
course I love him.
What do you think will happen?
What do you think will happen?
Put up with so much. I've robbed him of so much sleep and energy.
Goddamn fool.
He's hurting.
Don't fucking tell me what I already know. I'm a long damn way away from throwing it in the towel.
You afraid you're pushing him away?
I know I am.
You're not.
Why?
Because I have a lot of powers.
What?
When it started, I could hear everything for miles. So many people yelling and crying and fucking and joyous and heartbroken and playing and fighting, and they were all in my head. Learning how to block them out, how to narrow my field of hearing, that took a really long time. But there are some voices I just can't block out.
Lights out on the chairs up near the balcony. A very dim light is on Rachel. John stands by the balcony on the phone.
Well, yeah. No, it's just me right now. We haven't seen her in, 2 months. Thank you. No, it's not. No, he's at my mom's. He hasn't wanted to be here. I don't blame him. I'm sorry. I shouldn't unload this on you, Sarah. It's just... Thank you. It's not easy. It's fucking awful. It's one thing if you're alone when you're single, but when you have a family or are supposed to have one, fuck. Listen, it shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have... Well, I did too, but Sarah... Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, look, everything's been so crazy, and I still love her. I do, but that thing, she came back changed, different. Like when she first erupted, it was like all the best parts of her were dialed up to 11. She was her, but more. She had a purpose. She was amazing, but now she used to get stuck in her head sometimes, but nothing like this. No, nothing bad. She just came from... No, not a bad family, just not a happy one. She would retreat, and now this is like that, dialed up to 11. I miss her, Sarah, I really do. But it feels like when she's here, I have to be on my guard or walk on eggshells because I don't know if I'm going to do something that'll set her off or make her run or... I'm sorry. You don't need to be burdened with my shit. No, yours is great. It's regular stuff. It's good to hear, and I know that sounds fucking awful, but yeah, thank you. It's just nice to be heard. I didn't just fall in love with the good parts of her. I just don't have those anymore, and I don't get to hurt too. I saw that thing. And I have to pretend to be strong because Rachel can't be. I have to pretend I'm okay, and I'm fucking not. I watched her die. I'm not her husband anymore. I'm her nurse. When she's even here, and I want to lose my mind and stop holding this in. But Rachel's already carrying the guilt of the fucking world on her shoulders. People are dying every day, and she can't be who she is, and it's eating her alive. And what am I? Not dying. I'm not in danger. She feels so much guilt, and I just want to be scared and let it out, and I don't feel like I'm allowed. No, I'm okay. I'm fine. You're right, I'm not. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd like that. I'm free now, but listen, it's a lot to ask. No, I know it's not. Thank you, but not here. We shouldn't be here. I don't want Rachel to... Thanks, Sarah. Mm-hmm. Text me your address.
John ends the call. He reaches for the light switch and turns it off. In the dark and silhouetted by the balcony, he looks out the window, waiting, hoping. She's not coming. His face is lit up by Sarah's text. He takes one last look out the window before turning grabbing his coat and quietly going out the door. Rachel's gaze is a million miles away.
They're coming apart.
Carl turns to look at Kevin. Kevin looks between the three, who all sit in uncomfortable silence.
And what about you?
I just want to fix this, but I can't.
What about you?
This isn't about me.
Seems a common refrain among all of you.
What the fuck are you trying to say, Carl?
Can't you hear me?
Kevin gives Carl a look.
What are you going to lose?
Carl!
No, I've seen you pretend that you're aloof, but you crack jokes and are as human as everyone else. You may have changed, but you're not that far from us.
Kevin's jaw sets.
Jesus, you are all the fucking same. What do you have to lose?
Carl moves to look Kevin in the eye. Kevin reverts his gaze.
What happens to you if they all leave?
Kevin's gaze locks with Carl's.
I'm not going to lose them.
You don't have a them to lose right now. They can't keep doing this alone.
Lights up on. Act 2, slide. May 12th, 2016, 20 minutes before the attack. Kevin seated at the table back near the corner of the room, with Adam and Dina seated as well. Rachel's pulling some popcorn out of the microwave and is with Ben, who's pulled a drink out.
We should do this more often.
Someone should take pictures.
We got a camera.
I'm in a professional.
Shut up.
Adam smiles as Rachel tosses a bag of popcorn to him. He tears it open and drops it in the bowl on the table while Rachel tosses another in the microwave.
Anything from those tests the other day?
The tests?
I saw you going into the lab after me. They were guinea pigging me again to see what they can figure out.
Oh. No, just treadmill stuff and blood tests.
Like they don't have enough of our blood.
Oh, I kept mine.
Because you're too dense to get a needle through.
Coming from you?
He's right.
3 of us would like to thank you two for being unable to get blood. Means they can just take more of ours.
You could say no.
It'd be nice to figure out why we can do what we do.
They found anything yet?
Oh, we haven't even decided what movie to watch.
Have you heard of Ghostbusters?
Yeah, my parents made sure I watched old movies.
Adam, who doesn't know what Ghostbusters are?
How young do you think I am?
At your age, I can't tell.
Good thing we don't have to count on you to be smart.
Just pretty.
Well, we try.
How many covers have you been on?
Adam,
What?
don't be a dick.
Damn, Kevin.
You think you'd have this job without me?
They've still got me.
You think I couldn't get any job I wanted
Then why did you choose this one?
and miss out on all of you?
I think we can agree that none of you could be the public face of this as well as I could.
I think people would love Rachel as the face of the team.
Rachel?
What's that supposed to mean?
What the fuck, Adam?
Just, it requires
Being an asshole.
being assertive.
I'm a woman. I can only be bitchy.
That's not what I meant.
We should maybe pick a movie.
Hey, I'm not gonna be the...
While the others keep talking, both Rachel and Adam are distracted by something out of the balcony that nobody else can hear.
Rachel would be great with the press if you just give her a fucking minute.
Can mom and dad stop fighting and we can pick a goddamn movie and give me a beer?
What is it?
Have you ever heard anything like that?
No.
Where?
Northeast.
Kevin closes his eyes for a moment.
Near the Whitestone Bridge. What the fuck is that?
Should we?
We need to go. Now.
Kevin?
Rachel and Adam rush to the balcony.
It's bad.
Where should I drop us?
Queen side of the bridge.
We'll see you there.
Rachel and Adam rush off the balcony. Kevin and Dina get close to Ben.
Dina, you may need to sweep the bridge fast.
What is it, Kevin?
I have no idea.
Lights start to pulse and fade once, twice, 3 times. On the 3rd time, Kevin, Ben, and Dina are gone. We hear out in the distance a human scream. Lights dip, and then lights up on a restaurant table. Dina is already seated as Ben arrives. There's a bottle of liquor on the table, half empty.
A little early, isn't it?
When you're on vacation.
We ever going to be off vacation?
We failed, Ben. We fell apart.
It's only been 3 months.
Time to get an office job.
God damn it, Dina. People are dying.
People are always dying.
And you're okay with that?
Jesus Christ, can we talk about something else?
Would you two like something?
Another bottle, Ben?
Yeah, fuck it. Give me a whiskey and Coke. Make it a double.
Any brand?
Give him the expensive shit.
Dina.
What? We've got all the money, might as well use it.
Waiter looks at Ben and finally nods.
Yes, the expensive shit.
Be right back.
Too early?
If we're both going to be miserable, might as well be drunk.
I'm trying not to be miserable. I'm trying to enjoy my freedom.
Working out for you?
Day by day. So how's Carl?
Good. He misses you.
Don't let go of him.
Never. You know, just because we're not working together doesn't mean we have to be like this.
Like what?
I don't know. Strangers? I haven't seen you in months.
That's what happens when people stop working together.
We're not people.
No, we're special.
We're not like them.
Then what are we?
We're, I don't know. Shit changed and we just leaped into being something we weren't before.
Guess we've gone the way of child actors, burnt out and washed up before we had a chance.
But we don't have to be like that.
I don't think we get to make that choice anymore.
We went through too much together to drift like this.
What am I supposed to do? Just stop on by for lunch to say hi?
Yes, you could. You could return a fucking call now and again.
I returned this one.
Finally.
I'm here. Jesus Christ, what do you want from me?
Have you seen Kevin?
No.
Carl's worried about him.
He's probably better than any of us. He can just fix himself. Isn't that nice? To be able to just be better. We got fucked. Powers-wise. Kevin won the jackpot.
I don't know about that.
I do.
You haven't called.
No.
What the hell have you been doing?
Moving on, Ben.
You're running away.
Yeah, well, I do that too.
Fade out. Harsh lights on stage run a glacier. Rachel comes out to find Kevin waiting for her.
Bit cold to be wearing that.
You didn't have to hang out on a glacier.
I'm working on myself.
Looks like it's going great.
You're a shitty counselor. Why are you here?
If we're going to give up on this, we have to get together. Paperwork.
Paperwork?
Make it official. Lose that apartment of yours.
Not like I can even stay in it.
Not if you can stay. Not if you stay here.
I'd punch you if you were actually here.
You wouldn't.
I found punching things to be very therapeutic.
Rearrange the Arctic a little.
Bit.
Can still try.
Are you the only one who doesn't see how that fucked us all up? What being that close to death did to us? We were never trained. We were just thrown out there and had to deal. And then when shit goes really wrong, then they try to throw us into therapy and save the scraps. They're going to drive us until we're broken. Everyone but you.
This isn't about.
You don't have to actually work through this shit. You can just snap your fingers and it all rolls off of you.
That's not how it works.
Forgive me for not getting all the specific shit, but when everyone else was assigned to therapy, you weren't, because apparently you were just fine.
I'm
Not like the rest of us? Yeah, you tell us that all of the time. And it's not Dina's fault that she gets to see people die in slow motion. And it's not Ben's fault that he has to sit among the dying. But that's not why you're here, is it? It's about you.
Rachel.
How many people do you hang out with who aren't us?
I'm the most social person in the group.
No, Kevin, you find people who you want to fuck you and you fuck them. But I don't think I've ever met a friend of yours. Just us.
Oh, what? I'm supposed to. I'm not supposed to take advantage of the fact that we're the most famous people in the world.
I see how you are among other people. More distracted. Do you even know how often you respond to the questions people haven't asked? But you're not like that around us. You can't let us go. If you do, you got nowhere to go.
Kevin slowly looks up at Rachel, holding her gaze. His jaw is taut, no words come out. Rachel's head drops.
I can't save you, Kevin. I can't even save my marriage. I can't even save myself.
I'm not asking you to save me, Rachel. I'm asking you to save Dina.
Lights out. Rachel and John's apartment. It's dark. The door opens. John and Carl enter.
I haven't been here in
I figured.
beer.
Please.
It's a strange thing being back here.
When's the last time you talked to Rachel?
Been a while. I tried to call.
Yeah, Dina's been the same.
Ever get tired of feeling helpless?
All the time.
Ben's there at least.
Yeah, I do what I can, but this has been rough.
Yeah.
But when he'd be out there and all that destruction,
I never had to worry about Rachel. Well, not till... not that it matters anymore.
they're coming back in a few days.
What?
Paperwork, some other stuff.
Oh, the apartment.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Not like I've been here anyway.
You should.
I should not be there.
This involves you too.
No, this is all about them, and frankly, Rachel and I...
You two need to talk.
After what I did? If she tears me apart, I'll have it coming.
She won't do that.
I've been staying with someone else for over a month.
Well,
Besides, that's group shit they have to take care of. Rachel and I...
you're going to have to get divorce papers or something.
Yeah. Fuck.
John finishes his beer, goes to get another.
How did it change your life?
Ben?
Yeah, we've never talked about that.
I mean, Ben was gone a lot more.
Yeah, but what changed?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Jesus.
I wasn't a firefighter.
Yeah,
I was a special ed teacher.
was.
Money meant I could quit.
And become a caretaker.
No, I was free to do the shit I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
Whatever point you think you're making, you're not.
You're just not where we are yet.
That's not going to happen.
When's the last time you weren't the one taking care of him?
He's been through a lot.
Yeah?
The difference between you and me is that I didn't give up.
You think I gave up?
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, fuck you.
I came here to give you a chance to try to fix things, and look at you.
Look at me.
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking look at me. This right here on this goddamn couch, that's where I was when she was halfway across the fucking world, unable to deal. I was here. I was here every fucking day, but where was she? You want to talk shit about me? What about her? I was here raising our son.
fuck, man, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, because you're going to end up here too.
Like I said, don't even go there.
I've seen how this goes, Carl.
Not with Ben.
No, not with Ben, but Ben doesn't have what people I've seen make it through this have.
Then you don't know me.
This isn't about you. This isn't about me. You think the reason Rachel's cracked is because I didn't try to do enough? You and me, we don't get it. And I get it a lot more than you do.
How easy do you think my life has been? You don't think I've had to deal with shit in my life?
Not like this. Seeing death all around you? No. I've been there, and I don't get it in the ways that they do. There are 4 people in the world who get that, and they never got their shit together. I chose my job, and everyone around me went in knowing what the possibilities were. They didn't get to choose this. They weren't ready.
So you were man enough to be a firefighter, but Ben wasn't.
Yeah,
Toxic bullshit. Ben's a fighter.
yeah, but you know what still happened through all that toxic bullshit? We weren't alone. Someone else there understood, and we might bust your balls, but goddamn it, when shit was down, we were there for each other. When have you seen that with them?
Before it's hang there a while, they both take a drink.
I can't save her, man.
I don't need you there to get you two back together. I need you there to help her get back. She has to have someone.
I already told you.
Do you love her?
Do I love who?
Either of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You think you're gonna stay with Sarah?
I mean, she's been what I needed. I care about her. I love her, sure, but
She's a rebound.
she listened. I didn't know how much I needed that. She needed me too. We don't feel like we have to protect each other from anything. We could just be. She wasn't hiding all the death and destruction, and I wasn't. Right now, it feels like it could just, go on. But we've both been there, right?
Yeah?
But right now, it's what I need.
Is it what she needs?
I think so. I try to be that.
How does she feel about you?
John doesn't answer. He takes a drink instead.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
And Rachel?
Of course I love her.
But it's changed too much.
I can't come back from this. And even if she did, after what I did,
We've got 4 people coming apart, John. No matter what happens, you still have a kid with her. She'll never be out of your life completely. She needs to know she's not alone, and there's no one else I know to go to.
John sighs, takes a last drink, and motions to Carl for his empty.
we're going to have to wait a few days. I'm going to need a lot more beer.
Fuck that, I need something stronger.
My treat.
Scene 6. Rachel's apartment. Rachel's on the balcony looking up out of the skyline. Door opens, and Ben, Carl, and Kevin enter. Ben has a bag that he sets down on the table.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey,
Hello.
It's been a while.
how you been?
I've been.
Ben pulls some papers out of his bag along with a pen, puts them on the table.
If we're doing this,
Rachel walks over to look at it.
So they'll just let us go.
What exactly do you think they can do about it?
Not like they can force us to stay. People are wondering what's happened.
Where's Dina?
She's on her way.
If she wanted to be here, she'd already be here.
Ben looks like he's about to say something. Carl puts a hand on his arm.
she'll be here.
You talked to her?
Yeah. Seems like she's just done with this, with everything.
What's she going to do? She's not close to the rest of her family.
She seemed colder.
I can't even get her to return a phone call.
Not like you all called her each other much.
Our big, dysfunctional family.
That's us.
Would any of us have chosen this?
I didn't do a lot of choosing.
It was me.
I think you did the choosing.
I'm trying to lift you up and you're making it difficult.
You forget that's what I do.
If we'd have chosen this is the wrong question. We aren't who we were. I never would have even thought of something like this, but now, with what can we do? Why would we choose anything else?
There's a knock at the door.
It's open.
Dina opens the door and walks in. She takes a moment to look at everyone, her eyes practically sliding off them before she sees the papers.
These them?
Yeah.
Dina walks over to the table, grabs the papers, and sits down. She grabs a pen, flips to the last page, and signs.
Whoa.
That was quick.
We don't have to leap straight to it.
Why not? Why drag it out? We all know what's going to happen.
Dina, I don't know if that's true.
Are you permanently back from the Arctic now?
I'm working on it.
I mean, we tried, right? We did a lot of good, but we weren't meant for this.
I don't think anyone is meant for what we do.
Exactly.
I think we've done a shit job of making ourselves ready for it, and I don't think the government has done anything to help.
Yeah, So we get to do something else now.
Tina starts going through the pages and initialing and putting signatures in other places that need it.
I know I run away from this.
Yes, you have. But you're not wrong. This couldn't last.
I think we should take some time and should think about it.
Tina finishes all her signatures and slides it over.
I don't.
There's no reason not to take a few days to think about this. No one's forcing us.
What difference would a few days make?
It makes a difference.
Well, we've been through so much, we should at least.
Kevin, I just can't. Okay?
We might still be able to save lives.
It doesn't matter.
It absolutely matters.
I saw you die once. I'm not watching it again.
I'm not going to die.
All of you are going to die.
What the hell are you talking about?
You and Rachel and Kevin and Ben and all of you.
Rachel will probably outlast us all.
She won't. She won't outlast me.
What?
I'm going to watch all of you die. Turns out my thing is not speed. I manipulate time around myself and I'm not aging. It looks like I'm immortal. Lucky me. I get to be the last person alive. I can turn off the lights on humanity if I don't find a way to get killed before that happens.
Oh, God.
Immortal?
I'll still be young and pretty when everyone we know now is in the ground. So I'm not like the rest of you. See, Kevin? That's how it feels.
We have decades before there'll even be a.
So I would rather just check out now when we're already coming apart.
Slides the papers over towards Ben. Ben looks at them, not wanting to sign it.
How much more death do we want to see, Ben? Just sign it.
It hangs in the air until Ben sits and silently signs the papers.
Back to nobody's, I guess.
We're never that.
We haven't.
None of us is going to have a normal life, ever. This way we can just go off and disappear.
No,
Rachel.
we're not abandoning you.
Tina's eyes snap to Rachel, her body tense.
Don't.
I'm not abandoning you. I'm not letting you run away. Even if we sign that and all of this ends, I'm not letting you disappear.
Just let me go.
I'm not letting this family crumble.
We were never a family.
If you had been, this would have been better.
I don't need another family.
Yes, you do.
Fuck you, Rachel.
So do I. My family crumbled, and the only people who understand my life are right here. The only people who know what you've been through is us. And we never came together. We stood in the same hells, and every one of us was alone.
Well, I'm not going to be standing someplace you can't stand someday.
And that's a long time from now. You can run from people forever and be miserable your entire life, or you can stay and fight.
This is coming from you.
Yes, coming from me.
That's rich.
Fighting alone, and it just hasn't worked. I can talk to someone a few times a week and be better. I need people. I need you.
I'm not gonna let you go, Dina.
You're not going to have a choice.
If I have to, I'll promise you that with my last breath, I'll take you with me.
You'll be 120.
No one knows when they're going to lose people. I'd rather live my life with you in it than without you in it.
But look how fucked up we are. We're barely holding it together.
We haven't tried holding together. You're islands, not continent.
But eventually it won't matter.
Because it's going to end?
Yes.
So if Carl and I don't make it, was it all wasted? If one of us dies or if it doesn't just work out, would it have been better off?
I wouldn't lose a minute.
Rachel?
John and I are falling apart because I never figured out who I was, and we all tried to do this alone. He's living with another woman. I'm better for what we had, even if we can't figure this out.
So we're just going to be one happy family.
No. I think we're going to try to be a family. We're going to try to figure out who we are. We figure out if it's happy later. Even if we're not saying saving people or working together, we can just walk away from each other. I can't do this without you, Dina. On my own, all I do is break.
We're going to magically save each other?
No. I'm asking you to save me.
Dina looks at each of them, unsure. Lights fade. As each person talks, they're lit up, separately on stage, but evenly spaced. Not all together, but working towards it.
You're giving it a shot.
I can't sleep on an iceberg forever. They're melting. Living together for a week at a time has helped, I think.
Like a fire department?
I learned a few things being married to John.
And how are you and your husband doing?
Having him away more is good for us. I can't be everything to him. I was running out of stuff to give.
Are you getting what you need?
Starting to, I think. Going through all that shit and then just going home and trying to be normal, it hopes that we have a place to go back to that's ours, that's us.
So what's next?
Forever, I guess.
A long time.
Day at a time right now. It's still not easy.
What are you doing to work through this?
Remembering what it's like to be human. Being together in the house, it helps. It's quiet. I feel like I used to.
You think it'll work?
John enters the apartment as the lights come up and sees Rachel.
Oh, I was just coming to pick some stuff up.
That's fine.
John hesitates a moment before heading towards the back bedroom.
I was thinking of asking this firefighter out. He's kind of cute. Looks like he's been through some shit.
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Rachel stands up and walks over to John.
Rachel, what are we doing?
You never got to meet me. Everything happened so fast, and I never got to figure out who I am now.
So we just jump right in?
I'm not asking you to marry me. Just a date to see if we click.
Meet the new you?
It'd be nice to meet her.
John motions towards a ring.
Aren't you married?
No, this ring belongs to someone else.
A moment passes between them. Rachel holds out her hand. After a moment, John shakes it.
I'm Rachel.
John.
Let's see if we know each other.
Lights go down, end of show. All right. For those watching, thank you very much. For the cast, I would not have been able to get this done if it weren't for the fact that all you wonderful people agreed to do this and gave me a deadline so I could be more productive than I would have been, and I got to see all of your wonderful faces, which I miss so much. To be able to bring all of you together so we can do more stuff. Okay.
Definitely.
I'll go ahead and end the stream now, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.